Love Amplified.
Love Amplified. Just kidding. Good evening, everybody out there in Good News Radio land. It is your girl, Akila Trinae, and you're tuned in to another episode of Love Amplified. Yes, we are here, and hopefully you're here too. So, I'm here, Akila, Charles Handy, Tommy, Deidre, and we also have special guests in the building. Our show, Love Amplified, is intellectual stimulation for your mind, body, and soul. It is now time to increase the intensity and dive deeper into meaningful dialogue regarding the love experience. I am going to kick it to, who should I kick it to? I'm going to kick it to Tommy.
Come on,
Tommy, do you have what we need as far as the social media? I just sprung that on you just real quick.
Okay. So Instagram is at the Love Amplified Podcast.
Sorry.
Facebook is the Love Amplified Podcast 8. Twitter at Amplified. The email, the Love Amplified Podcast at gmail.com.
Charles did something. Charles is hitting stuff and turning people off.
Come on now. You might have to kick that last one again, just in case. Just in case.
No problem. Twitter is at.
People can hear.
Yeah.
Twitter is at Amplify the, and the email is the Love Amplified Podcast at gmail.com.
All right.
Cool. That means, so tonight we are talking about finding your why. So oftentimes when dating, we fail to understand sometimes our relationship choices, and the conversation tonight is going to center around some of our dating patterns and decisions and kind of why we do what we do. If you ever think about attraction and why you've been attracted or why you were attracted to certain people, we'll talk a little bit about that. And then I found this wonderful thing about conscious relationships that I kind of want to talk about, that is kind of like a personal goal of mine, about finding and growing into more conscious love versus whatever I've been doing before. So I am going to kick it over to Mr. Charles Handy, who is going to do what he does.
Am I doing what?
Oh, sorry. I don't want to kick it to you. I'm taking it back. I'm actually going to kick it to Deidre.
All right, here we go. Hey, everyone. This is Deidre.
What's up, guys?
Hey, we want you just to tune in. Skype, if you have it. Our number is 323-900-0478. And definitely check out the app. It's the Good News Radio Podcast, Love Amplified. So tune in right now and chat with us live.
I'm feeling this music.
Right, are you?
Yeah. Got that nice jazz.
Right. It's some love. Romantic jazz at night. Instrumental.
The piano hour.
Was that like, were you being sarcastic, Charles?
No, I actually do.
Okay.
I mean, no, actually, this is the music I work to.
Oh, okay.
Like Pandora, if I do like reggae, Bob Marley, or I might do like, I'll do like Charlie Parker or Miles Davis.
I feel like it goes with your shirt too. His shirt says Sensitive Thugs.
Yes.
So shout out to Charles and his band-aided heart.
We all need hugs.
Hug love. That hug love.
Hug love. So what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Am I saying something?
Well, you can introduce our lovely guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's going on? I mean, any anniversary stuff? What's going on in the news?
Oh, we got to do a happy anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, let's do the guest first.
Okay.
But I got to pull up a little
all
bit.
All the way from the NO.
Yeah. So we got a young brother out here from New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? His name is with Greg. We just met on our site. Greg. Greg Tyler.
Tillery.
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 Look, hey,
It's
man.
all good, baby.
Come on, man. But,
Greg
hey.
Tillery.
We that food truck.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
yo, he from the 7th Ward,
All
New
day
Orleans.
long.
And he remind me, you know, Mr. Magic.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's when I heard his
So
voice. Yo, I was like,
Yeah, of course.
I've been trying to find that old CD. I'm serious. Like, anyway, so you do food, right? You in the food. You got a restaurant out there. You do got a truck, or you do catering and things of that nature, right? And so he pulled up on us because he got like a really dope food truck that people is really feeling, and some really great cuisine. He didn't bring us no food. So just
My
FYI.
bad.
So
I don't know how well it's gonna preserve.
No, so we just telling y'all what we heard in the street.
Right.
But you know, good brother, good to have him here with us today.
Thank you for
And,
having me, bro.
Like I said, man, I gotta exchange some information with you. So I really been looking up, like, for one, No Limit. That was always like fair. I love No Limit. You know what I'm saying? That introduced us. Then we got Cash Money. That took us, you know, back again. But like Mr. Magic is one of my Fiend.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Fiend. Yeah,
all of them, like
that's my bro.
Yeah, all of them. Shout out to all the people, everybody in New Orleans. But you know who that? You know, I say the Raiders, we that. So
You know
that.
You know that. That's how it go. That's how it go. That's how it go.
Hey, man,
It's
it's
like,
all
who
good.
that?
Hey,
It's
so
we that.
we got
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah,
we
brother.
got my brother here for the day. So
You know that.
we gonna chop it up.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, and for the anniversary, we could do that. We want to do it later. We could do it later.
No, go ahead.
Oh, shit, I have my song though. My introduction.
I sang it the last time.
No, I had a whole.
Happy anniversary. Happy
Hey,
anniversary.
hey.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Look, I'm not even ready. So go to something else.
Really?
We can skip.
Oh my gosh.
Anywho,
Girl, you
how was
killing
everybody? How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's weekend so far?
Blessed.
It's been
Bless.
busy, good, productive. It's been a lot, yeah. So
You know, we had over Thursday. It was Nipsey Hussle's memorial. So
Rest in peace.
you know, rest in peace to Nipsey. It was
such a
it
beautiful.
was
Yes,
it was a
ceremony.
beautiful.
Like beyond.
Yeah, everybody. I'm pretty sure
Historical.
everybody was
Yeah.
tuned in to that to that live stream. It was definitely a moment in history that we were like, wow, we're witnessing
Right.
this thing that's like a part of our history. And shout out to him. He got the
Intersection.
the intersection. Slauson and Crenshaw is
Yeah.
now Nipsey Hussle Square.
Yeah, they already
So
changed
dope.
it.
Yeah, they already. Physically, I don't think they've
No, not
changed it.
It's in
physically.
process
But they
Approved
passed
it.
it. It's,
Oh, okay,
it's been
okay.
approved through Congress. So the brother just keeps excelling and doing great things, and it's just we always continue to see. I've been just in I went through like a rabbit hole of his interviews, and just to hear like his interviews and what he said, like it's almost like I'm like, how was he? I feel like we weren't really, people weren't probably present to like what he was actually saying until now, which is
Right.
unfortunate.
Right.
But I'm like, every interview you hear, this man is speaking so
Yeah.
much,
Right.
so much
I
real
agree.
stuff, and so thoughtful,
Right.
so present to what
Right.
is being
Honest,
asked,
very
very
honest.
very transparent.
Yeah.
Transparent and honest.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Like I'm just
It's a
learning
real-
more
it's a real-
after
yeah.
the fact.
Right.
Like I'm really
Right.
going in and like the interview, like you said, the interviews and just a lot of the like I was watching 10 Rings off a title and I was just like, yo, and looking at it, like even the cinematography, how they captured it, it was like, wow, if this wasn't a precursor, I don't know what it was. Like it literally showed like you're walking through the process of it. Yeah, it's just levels. So I just felt like just learning more about them, it's even more heart wrenching. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I really
man.
had that feeling. I was like, because I didn't know much about Nipsey Hussle. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I heard about him. I had been to the store before. I actually do
Yeah.
have some of his clothing.
Okay.
I laugh with my cousin because they're like the shorts, but they're like, like booty shorts.
Yeah.
Really, I was like, I don't know how appropriate it is if I put them on and be like, hey.
That's
rest of
indoors.
it- right, exactly.
Rep.
So, but at the same time, I've been watching the interviews, and then I kind of had that feeling of like, wow, like I think if had I known him, I really would have had more of a
Right.
reaction to it, and so I was like, I'm glad that I didn't, you know, and that's not against, you know, anyone, but it's just like I can appreciate him now, and I can look back and just kind of have that esteem for him in the sense of, you know, who he was. I don't have anything else to connect it to but what I can listen to and the good things, and you know what I mean, and then all the positivity that's coming from it. So I appreciate the position that I'm able to be in with, you know, with the situation in that manner. So, you know.
Purpose fulfilled. I'm telling you, like, even I think one of the ministers towards the end of his funeral, he was just saying, like, Nip, he really fulfilled like his purpose. Like, he lived his life full. Like, even if he, you know, somebody had 1,000 years, just in his 33 years, he did it. You know what I mean? He did so much into the fullest. So I don't know. That was just like a resolve for me too. Like, wow. Well, on that note, like, you know what I mean? He did everything. You know, and so
I think for me, like the service was. It was so incredible because I was going to go out there. But it was so good, I couldn't leave the TV.
Yeah.
Could not leave the TV. So, like,
much.
I just got stuck watching it then. I was going through a lot of my old pictures, and I was finding old pictures I took of him. I was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? And it just started coming back, and memories started going back. Then I looked at his number that he gave me.
Wow. Impact.
It was just, you know, it didn't hit me. I can't lie, it didn't hit me until the funeral. Like, it didn't hit me, and that's usually how it happens when somebody passes. You really don't.
Yeah, you needed that.
You don't feel that closure. Yeah. You really don't feel it until the funeral happens, and it's like, whoa.
Right.
And I praise Lauren London for, like, her getting up there, and she was able, you know what I mean, she said it. He was ours. He's like Los Angeles, like, you know what I mean? He was. Because I remember I was 17 years old. I went to his concert. It's called the Smokers Tour. And this is before Nipsey was actually really Nipsey. This is before the marathon. Actually, matter of fact, he was promoting the marathon that night. And and I just remember all like through the course of the show, he'll let everybody know if you're from Los Angeles, put your hands up. You know what I mean? And that's just how much he embraced this city, and like not even just black people in general. You know what I mean? He just tried to uplift all of us, and it's time to carry on his legacy and.
The marathon
continues. It does.
You know what I mean?
Man.
We have Mr. Greg Tillery in here representing his
he got his TMC
marathon clothing.
You know that.
And so we appreciate you being here, and we want to actually get to know a little bit about a little more about the restaurant and the food trucks that you have, so that those that are listening can know about it. I know I'm excited because I already told him before we even started. I was like, I'm looking forward to Essence Festival because as soon as I saw that his restaurant was on Canal Street, I was like, that is going to be definitely on the list.
Only black-owned business on Canal Street.
Right.
Wow. Oh,
right.
wow, that's dope. Yeah.
Right. Wait, hold on, I'm sorry.
Buy black.
Sorry,
Buy black.
come on.
You know that.
I'm here
Only
for
black
it.
restaurant.
We buy black.
Yeah.
People in black.
So I'm like, what was that? What made you be able to? I mean, that's a big step. I mean, what's the? I haven't been in Canal Street, so what
Have
is
you been
it?
to New Orleans?
No.
Oh, okay.
Get down there, brother.
You need to go.
Yeah, I think I would have went to Canal Street, right? If I went to New Orleans.
Oh, well, I was just checking because you said you ain't been to Canal Street.
So
like,
I'm just saying, for
you could've
somebody
said,
like myself
I've
that never
to
been to New Orleans or Canal
Okay.
Street, like, what is the significant? Like, what kind of? Is that like what kind of street? What street
That's
would
where
that
they
be
had the Mardi
compared to?
Gras.
Yeah. So then you say that's the only black
Canal, like that's the main street in New Orleans. That's the heart of the CBD.
Yeah.
That's how you get the Bourbon Street, which is the most known city.
Wow.
I mean, known street in the city. So
Now,
that's where
crazy.
all the hotels, the casino on Canal Street. So. Yeah, I mean, it's just a big deal, man. Because I mean, there was a point in time where black people wasn't even allowed to go through the front door of businesses on Canal Street at one point in time, and now just being able to have the only African American restaurant on Canal Street is just a blessing, man. So, and I've been there. Like now I've been there about 3 years now. So when I got there, the building that I was in, they really hadn't really done nothing to it since Katrina.
Wow.
So like a lot of the a lot of the hotels and stuff that was around it was abandoned, but now we got hotels like the Jung Hotel right across the street. They got condominiums that they building like really 50 feet away from me. So it's like
that's helping your business and stuff.
I mean, it's just it's just God's plan, bro. It just I was able to just be blessed with that location, and you know what I'm saying, especially coming off of a food truck, and then
I actually been there before.
Yeah, what?
Wow, I'm excited.
All right, thank you.
I'm
Appreciate your support.
That's
So,
lit.
but I get a lot of love and support from the city. A lot of people come from different parts of the world and come to the restaurant and really turn into a staple. You know what I'm saying? So, just a blessing, man. I just try to hold it down and do what I gotta do and represent for the community and just try to show us like, man, there's other ways to get it and how we need to go about doing it. So.
That's interesting. I feel like hearing your perspective, I'm like somebody from look, she showing you the picture.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's dope. Look, she all up in the
Yeah,
restaurant.
that's right on Canal
Like,
Street.
But to be the only black owned in that area, like
That's
that
dope.
to me,
Look at you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was back in 2016.
Yeah,
Let me see.
thank
So
you.
is that when you guys first opened up?
April 1st, 2016. What month is that?
It was at Essence
Essence
Festival,
Fest.
so
All
in
right.
July, yeah.
So my girl Soup was probably in there. Super Sin was probably in there.
Okay.
With the pop-up shops. I see they got a little other stuff in the background, so we probably had the pop-up shops in
you
there.
did,
Yeah.
you did.
uh-huh.
Okay. I was like, wait. As you were talking, I was like, wait a minute. I think I went here.
Yeah, for sure. Look at that.
Yeah, we was
Small
trucking
world,
it down
boy.
the street. Like,
Small world.
mhm.
Thank you for coming through.
Oh, I'm gonna be back. I'll be back for sure.
and I'll be coming for the first time.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, come on. Come
But it
through.
just
We
makes
got
you think, like, I mean, just listening to you, like, the only black owned, like, how is that? Even at this point, with how much, you know what I mean?
Attention, how much,
I
how
still
much
don't
are you?
understand it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Wow.
I stay low key, man. I do what I gotta do in the community.
Yeah.
I just hold it down. I don't know, man. It's a lot of pressure, because it's bigger than me. I tell,
Right.
people in my family. I tell people that work with us. My team members. I'm like, look, it's bigger than us. Like, a lot of people's dependent on it. So, me just from a business aspect, I just try to just hold it down and, provide everybody with that top-notch service. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a blessing, man. I take the responsibility. I like saying that. I take pride in that.
Yeah.
So.
That's amazing.
And I think that that's important just to know because, again, like, I was having a conversation with my cousin just about, like, kind of referencing back with
Thank
Nipsey
you,
Hussle. Like,
Appreciate
it's a lot of stuff that you don't really know about. Like, we don't know about all the business ventures. We don't know about, because it's not like, everybody's just out in the forefront just trying to, like, promote themselves. But it's, like, really important for us to support, businesses and to know what's going on and not wait until, tragedy strikes or something
Very
happens.
true.
But really, because, we want these businesses to be able to last and have longevity. And it's hard to do if we're not
pouring into it.
supporting our own. You know what I mean?
And I say
Very
all the
much so.
time, like, there's no reason why no black-owned business should ever go out of business.
Very
Right.
true.
I always say that. Like, I've been saying that. Like, but it's just on us to make sure that we providing
Right.
that top-notch service.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To keep people coming back.
Right. Absolutely.
Very much
No.
so.
Absolutely.
Personally, when it does come to black-owned entrepreneurship, it would preferably I'd rather learn that it was black-owned later because it was just like oh, I just got this dope experience, and it was like, oh snap, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, and it's our thing. Not to say what I want to say is like we sometimes like black-owned. Say for instance, I go into a restaurant and I just like, oh my God, I got to meet the chef. And next thing you know, the chef comes out and it's like a brother or something, right? And compared to like, sometimes we do have black-owned businesses that as people, we sometimes feel like we could kind of, we kind of don't have the same, sometimes we don't step up the way we need to in situations, and we just like, come on, it's the brother, man. But I feel like we be like, all right, it's the brother, but like we still.
You mean not just supporting it because it's black, but because
it's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? And meaning like I always want us to like spend our dollars and recycle our money. I also want us to say like, all right, if this person is if the rest of the competition is doing this, like I need to make sure that I'm giving you above and beyond the experience, and that to me is a testament when you able to be on that street and hold it down, and people just showing love, and not just showing love, but they actually like are embracing what you're putting out as your product and as your service and stuff like that. It's like, as you get what I'm saying, as a businessman, it's just like but I feel like that is it's more of a testament when you have like a solid product, a solid business model, a solid plan or customer service and things like that. And we do got to support each other. We also got to make sure that we giving each other, you know what I'm saying, the right amount of we giving ourselves we treating each other like A1 top notch customers, you know what I'm saying?
For me, I like to know up front, like, oh, this is a black owned, I'm coming through. Yes. Hey, how you doing?
We got
more guests in the building. Nice.
We got Dan Rue who just pulled up in the building.
Whose live is this? Apparently, ain't no view.
Charles live.
Something happened. I got down.
Yes.
Yeah, what the hell y'all doing? Wave back at you. Look, wave. One person waving, so you know we gonna wave to y'all. Got one viewer now. And, I came in here. One viewer got to come and say, hey, man.
Great.
So just in case y'all didn't hear me, I just said Dan Rue just pulled up, so we're gonna give him a round of
It's too much. Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. I just want to
have you.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, for all this,
What's funny is because I told Charles, I said Dan Rue's coming. I said, but I thought he don't talk. I was like, so he gonna dance all his responses on the radio?
I do have a voice.
No, I know. I hear it.
It's very manly, as you can see.
Right. Well, we're glad that you're here. I hope you enjoy our lovely jazz romantic tunes that are happening in the background.
No, it's cool. I'm enjoying this. You ever been to New Orleans?
I have.
You been to the city?
Yeah, I have.
So jazz music, it's always floating around.
Right, exactly. See, it's on point.
It's a vibe.
We were talking about Greg's restaurant being on Canal Street, and I realized that I actually have been there before in 2016.
You see? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. She just showed me the picture.
Right.
No, little brother. No, he was stunting on him. Yeah, you came through. You heard me.
She just showed me the picture. That's 2016. I'm like, Lord.
Before the baby, huh?
Right.
Yes, well before the baby. The baby.
Right.
Yeah, I got my baby in the building.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed because God has given me the talent to breathe and
on.
wake up every morning.
Come on, minister.
And love black women because I do.
Awesome.
Okay. Here for it.
So we're talking about today finding your why.
So I'm finding my why or wife?
Or your wife.
My why or wife?
Your wife.
Wifey?
Your wife.
Like connection with the internet through my phone, or are we talking about?
No Wi-Fi.
Oh.
But your why and your wife, or how you go about finding your wife, and why you haven't found her.
Is there a difference between the why and the wife?
I don't know, but your why might be your wife. That's really what we're talking about.
I mean, I'm confused because why is in the alphabet. And I'm playing.
But yeah, so we're talking about like why, when you think about your relationship, your past relationships. You two, I'm gonna turn to you all.
Yeah.
Put you guys
We'll
in the hot seat. Okay.
Y'all the guests.
When you think about your wait, let me start over. Are you two in relationships?
No, I'm single.
Okay, you're both single. So, but you've been in serious relationships before.
Yeah. Anyone
have been married?
No.
Children?
No.
Okay. So when you think to your past relationships, do you think about why you made the decisions you made when you think about why they maybe weren't successful, and if you continue to choose some of the same types of women in your relationship journeys? You ever think about that?
So check this out. So let me just kind of I'm gonna go back to what you were saying, or we can go back to what you were saying later. But I'll put it. So right now, I'm in a position in my life where it's different and hard for me now, because 2 years ago, I didn't have the Instagram followers. I wasn't on TV. I wasn't on Netflix. I wasn't doing all this other stuff. So now it's even harder for me to find a woman, because especially out here in Los Angeles, you meet a lot of people who are just there for either the clout, the money, or just trying to use you for something, just to get something. And it's tough. because I've met multiple women and very beautiful women, and they're all nice and everything. Then a week into everything, I lost my
Oh man.
I need to see some help. I just need some help. I'm like, how much is it? Like $1,200.
Really? That really
$1,200.
happened?
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like
That's
Bad buzz.
crazy to
Making
me,
it bad,
right.
like, for real.
I'm old fashioned, right? So
Yeah.
my dad always told me to treat women with respect
Mhm.
and take care of a woman.
Right.
And I believe in, okay, I want to take her out to eat. I should have to pay for everything. But there's certain things where we're not married. We're not together. So I don't have to pay for your rent. I don't have to pay
Right.
for your car note.
Her hair to get
your,
done.
Your hair to get done, your
None of
phone
that.
bills.
Right.
But if I want to, and I'm like, okay, I'm really feeling this girl.
But
She-
people are
she-
out here asking for this?
I'm
Where you
just
been?
looking at her. It's making it
I'm
hard
just-
for us
I
because
don't-
I can't even imagine. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
People do. I don't know. Greg, you've probably dealt with that.
Have you? Especially down
Asking.
south, like,
I mean,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I've been hit with the this happened or whatever the case may be. But I mean, I don't know. Like me, I like to go out and eat. So you know what I'm saying. I don't have a problem taking someone out to eat. Yeah, but when it comes down to me, like if we're in a serious relationship, you know what I'm saying, and you my woman, then as a man, I'm gonna make sure that you straight. But I don't just trick out here like that. Like I'm not just.
So at what point do you cook for them?
I feed you all the time. I mean,
Because I know you said you like to go out to eat, but I know that you know how to cook. So
yeah,
I'm
but I mean, I cook all day. So,
Right.
I mean, when I get to the house, I'm
What's my cook for him?
right. I mean, so
I'm
you know.
praying. I'm praying for a woman.
yeah, I mean,
well, that's
See,
that's
first
the
off,
first
that-
place
she gotta
to
be
start.
black.
yeah.
Can we get a round of applause for that?
I'm just
Yeah.
being
Because you
honest.
don't hear that too often. I'm just,
Damn,
yeah.
that's
Wait, hold on. My clap. Clap on, clap on. Clap on, She's praying and dancing for us.
There you go.
Get it?
She said I gotta move out this chair because it's squeaking. Can you
Oh, my
squeaky,
God.
squeaky, squeaky, squeaky? Okay, move out this chair.
He's hilarious.
So look, no, but the thing is, like, I was raised Southern hospitality. Open the door for women type stuff. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. And what's crazy is a lot of times, if I just meet a lady who's probably my age or whatever, maybe a little younger, I say, yes, ma'am. Like, it's a respectable
Right.
thing. They look at me like I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I ain't no old lady. Well, I'm just trying to respect
Right.
that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me, I'm hoping and praying I do meet a beautiful woman that can be with me for the rest of my life soon. Because
That's awesome.
I want a baby. I want a little boy or a girl. You know what I'm saying? And I want to have it as my own and cherish that for the rest of my life. So that's something I'm really looking forward to. But I can't rush it. I know I can't rush it. That's why I pray. So
Yeah.
So definitely, I
good.
know it's gonna come.
So when you think about what you're attracted to for the both of you, and for everybody,
Yeah.
I don't want y'all to make y'all feel like y'all really on the spot. But when we talk about like attraction, like most of the time, like or theory has talked about like you end up becoming attracted to the people who are around you or that are closest to you, or that like you back or have similar qualities to what you have. So it kind of goes back to like the people you've been in a relationship, or maybe even the people that are that you're attracting. Like, do you ever think about what you're kind of giving off versus
What's she trying
what's
to
coming your way?
What she trying to tell me is the way I be dancing on these females. No, I mean
crazy.
that's funny. Go ahead, Greg. What do you think?
I mean, I be at work. If I'm not at work, I'm in meetings, and if I ain't in meetings, I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to find her at work in your meetings, or
You
she
know,
popping up at your house.
I just, to be honest with you, like I understand perception. I got 3 restaurants in the city. You know what I'm saying? I got this food truck. I know I got a target on my back, but like Dan, like when it's I done picked women based off of how they looked, and that ain't really got me nowhere like in the past. So it's like now, I'm looking for somebody that's gonna match my hustle. I look for somebody that got just as much to lose as I do. So that when I'm dating, just dealing with women, like, you just got to understand where I'm at in life. Like, I'm out here trying to get it. So, you know, if you can't understand that, and, you know, a lot of, you know, to be honest with you, you know when it's a right fit, when the conversations just flow, you know what I'm saying? When you look forward to just, you know, talking to that person and you can spend all kind of time with that person and time just flies, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I just ain't came across that lately, you know. So, you know, I mean, I don't know. When the time is right, it will be right. I just feel like right now, you know, when it's time, you know, God gonna let me know that, you know, that it's time. So, you know.
I love that
That's
match
dope.
and the hustle thing,
Yeah.
like, for sure. Like, when you talk about something to lose, like, that's important, because if both people have something to lose and they taking the risk, then they'll cherish it more and they'll put more into it versus the person who's like, oh, I ain't got nothing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And it's time priority. You know what I mean? For me, I'm like, I wish I could just chill with you all day, but I can't. You know what I mean? And I think even that, it just shows perspective of where your priorities are. You know what I mean? And like you said, it should be able to be aligned, and you should match that. You know, like, I'm supporting in whatever you're trying to climb towards. I still have to do this, but I have to know that if I'm holding you down, you got to be holding me down, and we got to be moving together
I want
to
a woman
build.
who's got more money than me.
So how much do you make?
Right, like, what's going on here?
I want a woman who could take care of me. You know what I'm saying, baby?
You
I
don't want
need
nobody
a
to
couple
take
hundred,
care,
baby. I
right,
gotta go pick
right.
up this thing.
You don't want that.
I want a woman that's needy, like, person. 'Cause I have so much love to give.
Come on, Tommy.
That's what he say, but
Tommy,
like,
He's
Tommy.
he's still on
Am I allowed
the
to curse on
journey.
here?
Like, you know.
I can curse on here? Tommy, you full of shit. You full of shit.
I'm just saying, I have
He said, I
so
got
much
a lot of
He's saying that just trying to
I
get
have
some love.
so
He's
much
just trying.
love to give.
No, I know, but
Tommy.
I feel him though. I feel it because I be like that too. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like you can only give so much, bro. Then you
Right,
realize it may
right.
not be for you. You feel me? Because, like I said, I mean,
and it has to be the right woman, because
Exactly.
We
the
talked
wrong
about that.
needy woman,
Mhm.
you'll mistreat her and you'll be
Exactly.
petty.
Exactly.
Or not only that, like
Right.
I said, a wrong woman will take that as, oh, this is my opportunity to use what I can
Right.
and suck him
Exactly.
dry.
See,
You know what I
that-
mean?
That's
So
the thing, though. Like what you guys were talking about on how women
Yeah.
be using. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
broke and I get used.
But the thing is, bro, it goes both ways. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be one-sided on this. Men do the same thing to women.
Right,
sometimes.
right.
They can use a woman for
Oh,
whatever.
very true.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Didn't I see a text earlier about such a thing?
Oh, yeah.
So like, you know,
Right.
I'm a definitely take, you know, a woman's side on this too and see
Yeah.
it from both sides. You can't just be one side. Even though I'm a man, you know, I see it from both sides because shit, you know, men want, you know, women for certain reasons. It could be sexual. It could be trophies. Like just to say, oh yeah, I hit her. You know, or you just want to keep her around. That's why it's so weird, but it's also true. A guy could be messing with multiple girls, and I've seen this with a lot of people and a lot of my friends. They've been messing with a few girls, and then that one girl, she go hang out with some other dude, and he
Right.
get pissed the fuck
Right,
off.
like how?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, where they do that
How?
at?
Right.
Right.
And he called her. He like, you a hoe, and I'm looking at him like, what? You better chill with your
Yeah.
glad boy. I know you
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, you see it from both sides. It's not always a one-sided thing, and I feel like it's like a circle of life type shit, like on some Lion King stuff, because it really goes around on both sides of the book. You feel me? So that's why I don't ever judge people. You can't judge anybody. You can't if someone said something about somebody, I can't believe anything comes out of anybody's mouth unless I know for myself or see it on paper, you know, for a fact, because so many people talk behind people's backs,
Right.
make up nonsense,
Right.
bring up nonsense about a person, and that person could have never done that. You know, just to hate on somebody. There's so
Right.
much hate in the world right now, you know, and it's just crazy. So yeah.
It makes it even harder. I know Keith, he had posted a comment originally. He just said, who really dates anymore now anyway, like in 2019? And
Right.
for me being somebody who's like as well old school and just traditional, I'm like, well, why not? Why are people not dating? Like, I feel like that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's out here on the fast
It's parenting.
track. I mean,
Parenting.
It is.
very true,
Conditioning
but it's
a
like,
lot.
so for you all, or even specifically for you, if you're like kind of like old school in that sense, and how could you even begin to date? In LA, I'm not even gonna get on that, but Because I'm assuming you have to approach these women, right? Aren't you
Of course.
approaching
I
women?
love
like,
approaching women. You know why? Because
See,
women are
that
beautiful.
is a lost art.
it is, especially in LA. I feel like they were just.
I mean, there's a way to
general-
approach a woman, and then there's a way to approach a woman because they got, you know, back home in New Orleans.
Right.
Say, love, you heard me? What's that, little baby?
Let me tell you
So
about
are you
New Orleans.
online? Are you doing any online stuff
What
or
do you mean?
just online
Like
dating? I'm just asking
dating
because
online.
it all comes into.
You can find me on blackpeoplemeet.com, Christian Mingle, no.
Black Planet.
Black
Black
Planet.
Stop.
Backpage 2.0.
Wait, but on in New Orleans when I did go back in 2016, let me tell you, a couple of them brothers was pissing me off because I was like, you don't have to touch me,
See,
and they're like,
yeah.
say
A little
baby,
aggressive.
say
Aggressive.
baby, grabbing my
Yeah.
arm, and I was like, you know,
Yeah.
so I'm from East Oakland, so I was
Yeah.
like,
Oh.
can you please
Come on.
not touch me? Like I'm trying to be nice, and they was like, what? You like women? I was like,
That's over aggressive.
and I was also walking with my sister. She said, "Oh, that's your girl right there." Yeah, it's my girl. My sister is my girl. Now leave me alone and keep it pushing.
Wow.
That's on Bourbon Street, the backside.
They was just letting me
away.
so. I was like, okay.
So they're
Stay away.
real aggressive.
Very
That's
aggressive.
that's
Say,
another
baby.
border, and yeah.
Say, babe.
So
don't
how
have to be
does
that
how does the dancing help you like break the ice as far as like you know what I'm saying?
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, when I hit them moves, them girls be
Yeah.
like, okay, he got a cute whip.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be like, what's up, babe? No, but dancing, I don't think breaks the ice for me. I think it's my personality as far as having fun. People see me smiling all the time.
Yeah.
And people, like, I literally have girls that come up to me. They'll be like, you just look like so much fun. I just want to hang out. Let's have fun. Let's, you know, and then they hit me up. They got like 5, 6 girls with them. They're like, let's go have fun. Bring me to the
Like,
club.
fun.
Yeah, well, you know what? We can have a good time, darling. We
Yeah.
can have a good time. Good old time.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, no, I don't think dancing. Dancing's fun.
Well, it's a culture in Oakland. I don't know if it's the same in New Orleans, but it's like it's a dance culture. Like, I mean, like Sweetie, you know Sweetie. So we was just chopping it up, and she was like, yeah, the dance floor is like where all the prettiest girls in the room are like in the middle of the dance
That
floor.
is not true.
So in the Bay, have you been in the Bay?
Let me tell you something, man. I've been to
Yeah,
play.
because I'm.
What do you mean? The baddest girls in the dance in
Really?
in
You
Oakland,
sure?
Charles
Oakland
ain't
culture.
been to nobody's nothing in a long time.
Man, look,
so I'm
as
just,
soon as I came
All right, well,
out,
I'm talking to her. I was,
I
you was,
was-
like,
all right. So,
all right, so look, I
take your
came out
little
here.
pop shots.
I came out here to LA and
Don't make
in
me,
the Bay
because
and
you know I
stuff.
got a clown suit in the car. So let's everybody relax.
But people don't dance out here.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about.
they do.
That's what I'm saying. This is LA though. But I'm talking about Oakland, Bay Area dance culture.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. So I'm saying I don't know if you
I
spent
went there
time.
one time, but I ain't really like, you know.
Yeah, like I think who was that? Like Wale was talking about it. He was like the girls in the
I'ma have
Bay.
to go,
Yeah,
then.
the
I'ma have
girls,
to go.
the girls in the Bay. They,
My bad, y'all.
yeah,
I
they.
ain't-
Oh, look, he even Tommy's telling you. Like I don't know.
My
That's
bad,
all.
y'all.
That's all I was trying.
Oakland,
to,
I
yeah.
love y'all. My bad.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sorry y'all losing the Raiders, but you know, I love
Yeah,
y'all.
all right.
And we're gonna make it happen.
We,
I'm about
we
to come
that.
out there.
No, we was that. I don't know. Yeah.
You taking a trip to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there a couple times. You
Got
know,
to.
why not? You know, I mean, look, it's Vegas. It's still gonna be fun. Is this gonna be one more fun
So,
thing to do in Vegas?
I gotta say
You know what
something.
I'm saying? It's kind of whack though, but
It's been on my
whatever.
mind. R.I.P. Nip, real talk.
Yeah.
On
R.I.P.
everything.
Nip.
I love R.I.P. Nip. You know, the thing is, I had to speak on this because let's can I speak on something?
Absolutely.
So I make a post right in front of the marathon, and you got people coming at you negative. Oh, you clout chasing.
Mm-hmm.
You blah blah. You blah blah this. You know, and it was bad. It got to the point where I got on my live. I had to say something because I had to
Yeah.
speak my mind. The thing is, I met Nip one time. It was brief.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey, homie, I like that dancing stuff. That's fire. You know, he just boom,
Yeah,
boom, dab me
yeah,
off,
yeah.
quick.
Where
And
was that?
This was 4 months ago.
Oh, okay.
And this was in. It was here in LA at some event. I can't remember what event it was, but it was brief. There was so many
Yeah,
people there. There was a lot
yeah.
of people there. But you know, the thing is, it was just a brief moment.
Was it Rolling Loud?
Huh?
Was it Rolling Loud?
No.
Yeah, okay, because
It wasn't Rolling.
he was both there, so I didn't know if it was. Yeah.
Maybe it was Rolling Loud.
The last one that Rolling
was
Loud,
here.
right up there.
Yeah, it was Rolling Loud then.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. Okay, because we were in the back. Okay,
Yeah.
that's where it was. It was one of the events in LA.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you don't have to know a person to respect them. I didn't know Nipsey's music. I didn't know what he did as far as, I knew a few songs, right? But I didn't really know everything about him till after the fact.
Yeah.
I did my research. I'm with Snoop a lot. Snoop talks highly of him. You know, that's You know?
Yeah.
And Snoop's always talked highly of Nip, and then just being around everybody who knew him, it just soaks in. And then you start to feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You start to realize how well of a person, like how good of a person this person was. And that's mind-blowing to me that you listen to his music now, and if people would listen to his music before this happened, he'd be the most famous rapper alive right now at this point in time, I think.
Yeah.
His music speaks. It speaks volume. It speaks.
Absolutely.
Right.
And the thing is, it sucks because I'm upset at myself that I really didn't dig in before all this.
Right.
Yeah.
But being a real person, like I didn't know Nipsey like that, but now after the fact, so I pay my respects.
Yeah.
To a great person, a great man, a great father, from what I understand, and a loving person. So.
And it's two layers to me, because it's like the negative. You did something that was positive. You know what I'm saying? You felt like you wanted to pay your respects in a positive way, and it was a positive thing. But then like negative, because so you have this massive following on Instagram, but then it's like that because of that following, it's like you also receive a lot of can receive a lot of negative comments and things.
The thing is, like what they say, if you ain't got haters, you ain't popping.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not about hate. It's more about people who don't see the how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I post a picture, pay my respects.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And people come at you trying to clout chase. You didn't know Nipsey.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I knew him.
Right.
Yeah.
How many people out there posted did know him?
Right.
There's not a lot, but they showing love to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what he deserves, man. And I feel, like I said, it makes me very upset to myself that I didn't listen to the man before all this happened and really get to respect him more before all this happened, because after seeing everything, it's a beautiful thing what he was doing.
Yeah. I think we were just talking about it, and I think you did what a lot of people was doing, which is like going down a rabbit hole of his music, going down a rabbit hole of his interviews, and listening to. I'm still shocked. The more interviews I listen to, I'm like, how is people just not more aware of this guy than we knew about? We knew Nipsey Hussle, but then you really dive deep, and then you're like, oh snap! Even people that like, for me. I literally live down the street, like literally down the street, like so. I went there like, and every day I pass Slauson, I pass the store, and it's a national landmark at this point. Like people are, and then the train is coming, and it's gonna be a train stop right there, and it's just so, yes, initially people are gonna come at you negatively about going to that site, but at the end of the day, people around the world are gonna come to that site, and people are going. Like the thing is, the reality is this man. This is the facts. The last artist to have their memorial service in Staples was Michael Jackson, and the next one was Nipsey Hussle. You get what I'm saying? That's how big of a deal like Nipsey Hussle is into the LA, to the world and stuff. So. Like, how could you, if Tupac died and you would pay your respect, would that be clout chasing? You get what I'm saying? Like, or Biggie or whatever. Like, that's how, like,
we're
people
just
are comparing.
in a time now where people feel like they can give their opinion
about anything.
Right. It's always something. Like,
hey, maybe, like, what? I live down the street, so I'm clout chasing because I went down, because I walked down the street to see it? Like, what?
It's, y'all saw what happened on the Shade Room on Fox News today, huh?
Yeah, and it was like a lady, which I don't know her name.
So apparently, the Fox News, besides the lady, the Fox News pulled up YG song FDT and said that was Nipsey's song. And then they basically that's what it pulled up. So I know even though she is totally disrespectful for what she did, especially with Nipsey, the media. That's how the media tries to get in people's heads. That shows it right there, because she was reading from a paper, regardless. But the way she acted, she needs to be taken care of for her actions. On top of that, because this is Nipsey Hussle we're talking about, but they falsely acclaimed a song that's not his, trying to make him look bad. you don't do shit like that, man. You don't disrespect. I don't care what it is, but that's all media.
Right.
It's all media. Media will make something, take it, crumble it up, and put it out to something totally different to make it
Just
look
to cause
bad.
a storm.
Yeah, just to cause a storm. And that's so terrible how this world works, man. You know.
Well, I just want to say this too, like just looking at, I would say the impact and how, like broad of a spectrum, like CNN, so many social and like channels were following this thing that it was huge, like, you know what I mean? So that just showed another thing, even in politics, you know what I mean? In Congress, they were speaking about him. So it just like we were speaking about that earlier, it just shows the reach of what he was really doing. You know what I mean? So for CNN to, you know, that was, to me, that's what caught my attention. I'm like, this is like, I'm looking at all the social media, you know, the handles and everything like that. So, yeah, it's always going to be somebody try to, right. Like, I said, the letter, I was just like, come on. Come on.
You know, the thing is, but
My God.
He was honest too.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people, he didn't really know Nipsey like that, but pays his respects to a great man who was doing something for his community, but not just his community, having an image like that and a platform like that to everyone's community.
Right.
Just trying to spread positive vibes, and that's what's beautiful.
That's crazy. Me growing up here in LA, it's like I knew all about him. You know what I mean? If you're from LA, you knew. If you're from Southern California, you knew. You know what I mean? And that's why I think I said it earlier, like when Lauren London said, she said he was ours. Because we knew, you know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing with people like yourself and you guys coming from the Bay. You guys didn't know, so you guys have to go back.
You got to.
So, like, it kind of, I'm not going to lie, it kind of a little bit frustrates me because, like, I have friends that don't know anything about him. So I'm like, oh, you got to listen to that song, you got to listen to that song. Then they want to come to me and tell me about the lyrics. Like, man, I told you about that. Man. Like, I've been told you about that.
I mean, the thing is, you know, we from Louisiana and even the East Coast, you know, how, like, they have their rappers, you know, and everybody's got their own stuff.
Right.
You'll hear Nipsey's song probably on the radio, but it won't be like, you know, won't be continuous.
Of course,
Especially out here in L.A., Nipsey being from L.A., you're going to hear his music a lot more.
Right. Like,
and I mean, I'm new. I'm still new. I'm only almost 2 years in out here. And Greg literally just came a few times to L.A. this year, right? And
last year.
Now he's here.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's some artists out there in New Orleans that we don't even know about in L.A. that you guys probably know about, but we don't know yet.
Like Soulja Slim. Like Soulja Slim was like
right. I heard the name, but I'm not too familiar with the work.
That's
Soulja Slim.
The Noya guy.
Rest in peace, Soulja Slim.
With Soulja Slim, that's the same thing as me taking a picture, you know.
Right. Well, I think, to be honest with you, bro, it's just, and like we talked about, man, it's just, people need to understand you just being a human being.
Right.
You having compassion for someone and their family and friends, bro. Like, you know, this man was huge. You just paying respect, bro. It's just, that's why you just can't get caught up in all social media, like worrying about what people that don't even know who.
I got my brother.
And I think, but I think a lot of it too is like the old saying, "Give somebody their roses while they're here." You know what I mean? So when people see everybody giving somebody all this love when he's gone, it's like, you know what I mean? That's where I get both sides of it, but then I also see more your guys' side where it's like, you know, I mean, this man did what he did for the people. We're just paying our respects, whether we knew him or we didn't know him. You know? Like, I didn't know Tupac, but I'm like one of the biggest Tupac fans there ever was.
Exactly.
And well, that's the beauty of having their work embodied in the music, and not just the music, because now we have, because of all the media, the interviews, and then the people who posted, like if they were at one of his like presentations or something that he was doing, and they posted the video, and now we can hear kind of some of the background conversations that we had, and then you can relive those moments, and they really don't. I know for me, people don't necessarily die. It's like, I just haven't seen you in a while type of thing. So as long as I can still see your work, I can see your movies,
you're here.
It's like you're still here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know
That's
for the people
legacy.
who do know them closely, of course, you know, it's different, but to still be able to have that, the music, the interviews, the images, all of that, you know, to me, he's still here. He's not gone.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like this. Like when Michael Jackson died, my mother, my aunt, everybody went to Neverland. Everybody went. Nobody didn't know Michael Jackson like that, so nobody, but social media wasn't as big as it is today. It was on 09. Yeah. And this is 2019. This is 10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 years. Almost to the day, because Michael died, what, in August?
June.
No, June. It was actually June, right?
It was June. His birthday's in August, I believe.
In August.
Okay, yeah.
He's a
Virgo. Yeah.
Right. He's a Virgo.
Just wanted to know that.
Yeah, so
Greatness.
kind of close, not too close, but but still, but nobody knew Michael Jackson, and nobody, you know what I mean. It just is Hugh Hefner. He passed away. People were going to the Playboy Mansion and taking pictures, you know.
Right, man.
So.
It's just how people gravitate. Like you say, you putting out good light, good energy. You know what I mean?
Elvis,
so,
same
and
thing.
for me, just
Right,
like
Elvis,
just like paying that respect. Like I grieved as if I knew this man. Like you know, and I think in the spirit, it's just like he was called to do what he was supposed to do.
Right.
You know, so in that realm, it disturbs me to see of how it ended. But it's like the resolving with his mother. You know, finding that peace to know that. He lived. Everything that he did it like you said, 100%.
Right.
He left nothing on the table. You know what I mean? And
I just want the people to know too that the man he was a man. You know what I mean? He wasn't perfect. He was a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if any negativity comes out about him, just know he was not perfect. You know what I mean? So don't take away from what we have. Just because you're going to hear stuff. It's going to come out. It just is what it is. You know, it's the life we live. It's the life we live. They digged up stuff on Michael Jackson. They digged up stuff on everybody. So when his comes out, just know that he is a man. You know what I mean? And if you love him now, continue to love him because he's no longer here.
Didier said, you know, there's a Nipsey Hussle in your own circle too. So you know, like you know, not sleeping on the people who you do know, and again, shedding light on them and
on everybody
and their legacy, you know, and all of that. So just taking more time, I think, just to, you know, support. And even with the topic of finding your why, I think sometimes, you know, we find or we're finding even parts of his why even after, you know, his death. But, I mean, I feel like, and I can't speak for Lauren London, but to find someone like that, and even though he was taken away, to have that love, I feel like that's something that she'll always be able to have and cherish. And I don't know, you know, if she'll ever be like, oh, I'll move on, or if that was enough.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes when you find, because if you ever hear about those married couples or people who have been married and maybe they lost a loved one, they don't have to get married again because it's like they experienced that, and so that was enough.
Right.
So they had the fulfillment of love, and then, you know.
I don't like the term taken away. He just went home. You know what I mean? He just went back home.
Went back home.
Yeah, but it is when you think about it.
She's saying from a female
perspective. It is a takeaway.
Taken away.
Because think about it. It's almost like this is the love of your life. And to have it just snatched away from you, it's like you have to learn to be without.
I definitely agree. But the ultimate thing to me, I don't want to get way off, but the ultimate thing is that we're all going to go. Yeah. So I can't call it a takeaway because it just is. We live to die, unfortunately. Yeah. We live, you know, because it's going to happen. We can't prevent it. No matter how it happens, we just can't prevent it.
But not in the middle of the love.
Yeah.
The women's perspective.
But it is
middle,
exactly.
You know,
it's
and
perspective.
Then plus having young children.
Child. Yeah.
Right.
So you get what I mean? Like I think for her. And again, I say I'm not speaking for her, and I don't know what her love life will be in the future. But that idea of if you do experience that type of love, it's almost like you don't have to repeat it again. Versus having love that wasn't what you really wanted it to be, and you feel like because you weren't fulfilled, that there's still something missing, and that you need to fill the void.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I get that.
I get what you mean. No, I feel you.
Because I think about my grandmother, and my grandmother, my grandfather didn't pass away. They got divorced and they separated, but she never remarried, and that was like never something she needed to do, which was always odd to me. I'm like, Grammy, like, you know,
grandmother too.
My grandfather has remarried
a
couple times.
Been there,
you know what I mean? But she was like, God sent her him,
Yeah.
and that was it. And she wasn't going to have anybody else. And I was like, wow.
I mean, I guess I can understand what you're saying as far as when she said taken away. She was bringing up the kid, and you know that is the love of her life, and it's just like it was taken away, you know. And I can understand, but I understand your terminology as far as we are gonna die one day.
Right.
So you're saying, yes, baby, I know, baby, yes.
Right? She's like, wait a minute, I got something to say.
She got something to say. She want the mic.
Right.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand where you're coming from because we all gonna go.
You're right.
We're all gonna
that's
go.
God's plan.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Exactly.
Only reason I could talk like that, I lost my father when I was 15, and I used to use that. Oh, you know what I mean? God took him away, yada yada yada. But then I also got to think about the other side of it. Well, maybe it was his time.
At that point in time, it sucked. My dad got killed in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, man, sorry to hear that.
2009.
Oh, my dad died 2009, January 12th, 2009.
Mine's January 9th.
Whoa, wow.
That's wild. So the thing is, with that, if I was angry. You know, you'd be angry.
You're right.
Yeah.
My best friend, my dad did everything with me. He taught me how to play basketball, taught me how to work on cars. taught me everything. Now the thing is, now you look back at it, and it was meant to be. You know why? And this is a story I like to tell people, and a lot of people don't know this story because I'm saving it for my biography. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit.
Give us a snippet.
So when my dad died, we didn't have money.
Okay.
You know, we didn't have a lot of money at all. We were kind of like borderline poor. When my dad died, I think God had a blessing because after this happened, we had life insurance policy. My mom got a lot of money, and come to find out, my dad had a really bad heart disease that we didn't know about, and would not financially been able to take care of that. So that's another thing that was able to help my mom, and help. You know, it wasn't a lot of money, but it was enough to help us.
Right.
You know, and of course we all have our struggles after that. Individually, I had my own struggles. But my mom was good, and that's all that I cared about.
Wow.
So, you know, and she still hasn't remarried. My mom, it's been 10 years.
It's God's plan.
You know, she still hasn't remarried since you were talking about that. And like I said, that's how. And I have 4 sisters. So, growing up around women, you know, you see that. You know what I'm saying? And I dare God to try to mess with my sister. You know.
Right.
Come
right.
on,
Right.
I was gonna ask you, like, you don't let y'all.
It sounds like you're gonna be walking
sisters.
down the aisle 4 times. Sounds like you'll be walking down that aisle 4 times.
Yeah. So one of them's
That's
already
a
married.
blessing,
Though.
though.
Okay.
The older
Wow.
one, she's already married. That's
Yeah.
We got 3 times to walk down that aisle.
But you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you were saying. As far
Right.
as getting taken away, and we are going to go one day, but everyone has their own perspective.
Right. And
just being sensitive.
Right, because
to,
when it
you
happened to
know.
me, I was upset at God. I was like, wow, I was upset at him, at my father, as well as God.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say, and this might be a little weird, but even when Nipsey passed, I was mad at him. Like, why? Like, what were you doing? Like, you're supposed to be protected. You're supposed to be. And I was just so angry.
Yeah.
But I had to come to the conclusion, like, sometimes it's just their time.
Yeah, the thing is, man, you know, we all live our own lives. It doesn't matter how many bodyguards you have.
Right, that's
When
true,
it's
too.
time-
John
Right.
F.
When it's
Kennedy
all
got
true.
assassinated, you know, so.
You're your own
Yeah.
man.
Right.
You
Very
know,
true.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, stuff, I feel like it was God's plan.
Right.
Something good is going to come out of this for her and her family, and God's going to bless them more than they
And
ever
we're seeing
could.
even the beginning of it. You know what I mean? So
And I know that God has a plan for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I look at the bigger picture. I feel like everybody's hurting. Even the young man that shot him, his family's hurting because now they got to deal with all this, and that's not to ease it up on him, but it's a tough situation for everybody. There's no win. Nobody won.
What do you think, Greg?
I mean, the whole situation. I'm heartbroken.
Yeah.
Right.
To be honest with you, so dude did that to Nip right in front of his stove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it just seemed like every time you're trying to make a change, and it's just you got a target on your back, man. So, my heart just goes out to him. My heart goes out to his family. You know what I'm saying? All his close friends. It's just heartbreaking, man. It's to be honest with you, it's just devastating. And it's been eating me up alive, and I think about it all the time. I remember when I first heard Nip, maybe early last year, and I brought that back to New Orleans, bumping it, and man, they like, man, who that is? I'm like, man, look, this dude rocking. You know what I'm saying? So he's solid, and the things that he talk about, is everything that a lot of people can relate to, and he just showing you, the ways to get it, man. And it's just. It's just real unfortunate. So, I got a lot of love for him, for his family, just a lot of respect. So, we just got to come together, man, stop all this, bro. Like, it just...
Let me tell you something. I don't know how to put this. I don't know if this might be taken the wrong way. I hope it shouldn't. But when I die, I hope I get at least half of what he got from everyone.
Yeah.
10%.
Wow.
Anything.
I was
that
feeling the same way.
being that
Like,
light.
you know what I mean? You want to be able to leave something.
If I die, I hope and pray to God I get at least some of that.
Yeah, he
Well,
got it
I
at
want to die
33.
empty, like pouring it all out. You know what I mean?
At 33 years old. 33. Let's take that in for him. He was 33 and got a historical. Like, I have never seen nothing like that in my life.
Me either.
I watched.
What you mean?
Huh?
Jesus died when he was 33. Remember that?
that I have
Some people-
seen.
people-
Yeah.
Witness.
Yeah.
I get it.
That,
right?
yeah,
I know,
I hear
yeah.
what you're saying, but
Hey,
that
it's
I
very
have
true.
seen.
33.
Right.
33. Remember that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
how old are you?
Me? You know,
He's like, I'm somewhere in there.
somewhere around.
Somewhere around.
We so I just wanted to say I was just sitting here listening to y'all talk. So me and Tommy met at that the F Cancer. It was Matt Barnes and
Oh,
yeah. So you was over here.
I was
You was
there.
playing the flag. Got your flag
Yeah.
football on and
I
everything.
might have some pictures in my laptop.
Yeah, gotta
I was
gotta exchange info. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah,
I had a good time out there.
he was getting a lot of great flicks, and so it's just a small, it's a dope community, and I just want to say I'm proud of how you all you as a dancer, like I always been passionate. You was actually on our show before our show when we was at another studio.
Oh yeah, you were
Went
on
through it.
FaceTime.
You was on FaceTime with Ladia Yates. Yeah, Lady Yates.
That's my girl.
So you hit us. So you was still probably out in New Orleans and at that time, and you FaceTimed in on us, and we was with Future, Kid Future, her nephew. Yeah, and so the dance community has always been like I had a special place in my heart. So to see you, be able to make a way for yourself, and that's why I was asking specifically about dance, because it's something that can be just like a way to like get your foot in the door. But listening to you talk, you got so much like knowledge and things like that. Yeah.
From my experience, I'm not the best dancer in the world.
Mhm.
I'll tell everybody that. There's kids, I can name dozens of kids that are probably like 15, 16 years old that are better dancers than me. The thing is, dancing was a footstep, a door. But let me tell y'all something. For the kids, whoever's listening, adults who's got kids, make sure your kids focus on other things too.
Yeah.
You need to be multi-talented. In this
Tell 'em.
generation,
Come
this
on.
generation and entertainment, you need to reach to everything. Acting, if you can sing, if you can play the piano, dance is not one thing. This one thing is not going to make it happen for you.
Yeah.
It didn't happen for me. My homie Nick, of course, Nick with the voice and me being done with my facial expressions, stealing, that's what made it pop. So you can't just limit yourself to one thing. Like, whatever you're doing, make sure
So it was more like
dip and dab into multiple things.
it was almost like sketches that was really
a platform that made it blow up.
that made it really pop.
The thing is, I like I said, I recommend to anybody, don't ever stay to one thing.
Yeah.
Unless you're a basketball player, football, that's different. But in the entertainment, you need to be able to dance. If you can sing, act, you got to be able to dip and dab in everything.
Yeah, very true. And I always tell like,
So don't put yourself in a box.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
what
put
I'm saying.
yourself
and
in a box.
understand the
That's what I'm
business
saying.
of what it is that you're doing. Like I run across, especially working in the industry, it's just like, television, you film, actor, but do you understand the business? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Understand the whole pie, not just a
Right.
slice of it, because that's where you're going to build from. So I don't know. That's just my takeaway.
No, you're absolutely right. Because I think I shortchanged myself through. I'm a photographer, and I get a lot of. Do you do video? And I'm like, I just do stills. And I'm like, what I mean? Well, I need a videographer. I'm like, I'll let you know when I need a photographer, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, they eventually hit me back, like, yeah, we need a photographer. But that just goes to show, you just can't just pick a lane and stay in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be able to do multiple things.
Dip and dab in other things. You think Greg right here gonna be popping if you just had one wing? You know what I'm saying? That's why he got the Wazam. You know what I'm saying? He got the Wazam wings. He got the barbecue. Man, he got the lemon. He got everything. He got the he doesn't just have regular fries. He has fully loaded fries.
Like a
You know
dog.
what I'm saying?
And I commend the women, though. I commend the
Like a
women, the women of today, because now they're doing it all. Like, it's just not modeling; it's actors. They want to be an actor, they want to be a singer, they want to be a model, and they try to mold it all in one. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but they're out there trying to find something.
Yeah, but if you don't know by now, you better catch the wave, and you got to dip and dab into other things.
Right.
But like I said, there's certain things though. Like if you're an athlete, that's different. You gotta
Right.
focus on one thing. It's football, But a lot of times, I personally know a lot of athlete friends and stuff. They do commercials. They dip and dab into other things because you have to
Yeah.
do other things it's best to have multiple incomes, right?
Right.
I mean, look at LeBron. He's
doing everything.
He's the best basketball player on the planet.
I can't lie. He needs to focus on my Lakers, though. He really needs to focus in. We'll be in the playoffs right now. He really needs to focus in. Space Jam 2 can wait.
I'm not going to speak on that. I'm keeping my mouth where it belongs because Kobe is the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love Kobe. But what I'm just he could focus on the Lakers more. But shout out to Space Jam. You know what I'm saying? That's coming out, so that's important.
Right.
But
I'm a Laker fan first, so for the record.
But he definitely, you know what I'm saying? He definitely is showing how you have to do multiple things and be and I want to see Dan doing movies and like something that is inspiring me going back to the dance community is the late twins. They're the new villains. The twins
in the movie.
The new Men in Black.
Yeah.
They're the villains.
Wow.
They're villains.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so they shot it in London, and it just shows like there's dancers all over, especially street. Like I've always, particularly like I don't just talk about like dances, like choreography 1, 2, but like the street side of it, like those are the people that inspire me the most because the street has a flavor. And I feel like just in general, like there's that little Nas X dude that ride
country,
the country, right? So he basically made like a street country record, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they took it off the country
the Billboard, yeah.
The Billboard, and then now it's charting on #1 without being a country.
Right.
So it's just like when we got certain aspects got flavor, certain and the streets always had a flavor, and we bring it to different markets, and I just love to see the expansion of streets and elevating the streets to higher levels and stuff.
Right, but back to LeBron real quick because we no because we missed
Let the man live.
Because we missed a very important thing that he did with the school, those records that they broke. You know what I mean? The academic records that they broke. So we definitely need, we definitely do. You know what I mean? Regardless of him playing basketball or whatever he's doing, that right there for what he's doing for those kids down there in Akron.
Salute.
Applaud. You know what I mean?
Salute.
You know what I mean? TMC. You know what I mean?
That's what's really important.
Exactly. So
salute to him.
Like we said his name when we kind of went past it. But that's something that we definitely. I love Kobe though. You know what I mean? But that's something that we gotta.
So what y'all got coming up next, so we can make sure that we know how to, you know what I mean, like tune in, tap in, you know what I'm saying?
Recently, just hopped in a music video with Chris Brown and
C Breezy.
Oh, dope.
Got a little beyond. Can't tell you all the details.
Okay.
But it's coming out soon.
It's like you got an acting side of it. It's like showing your personality.
It's just a little cameos to have a good time, something.
Yeah.
I mean, but I got other stuff coming up too,
Yeah.
I'm just, but also, like I said, you got to work. You can't stop.
Can't stop.
And that's sometimes, like with all the stuff going on right now in the past week, I've just been kind of like chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think everybody has.
But what motivates you to keep going? Like, what is that thing that keeps you on track?
This is the hardest thing, right? So, social media is not a guaranteed job.
Right.
I tell everybody that. So for the past 2 years, I've stayed pretty relevant, and that's the hardest thing to do because there's a lot of people that have fallen off, and you gotta stay motivated by. I mean, it's tough, man. Like you think about this, man. Like I gotta get up, I gotta do a video.
Yeah.
I gotta get up and do a video every day. It's like you wanna do something, but there's people who do it all day, every day.
Consistent.
There's hundreds and thousands of people on social media that do it, and there's a lot of people who want it, and they'll strive to do whatever they can. And that's the thing is nowadays, kids, they don't want to be blah blah blah. They want to be a YouTuber. They want to be a streamer on video games. They want to be an Instagrammer. Right. They want to be that
because that's the world that they see. That's it.
Yeah, that's what they see, and that's mind-boggling to me. You know what I'm saying? But I just
with your following, it seems like, and you being able to it seems like you kind of are doing what people are like. Nothing is easy anyway. You got to work at it, even if you was like just doing a 9 to 5. But it seems like, at least from what people are seeing, what's the difference between what people see on your feed versus like what you experience, like, and as far as like the work side that you're speaking of?
So with the work aspect, bro, it's tough. I'll be real with y'all. Like, from what I've seen, like, you know, because I say this to a lot of people, this was like an accident, low key. I didn't expect this to happen, but it worked out for me. And I'm thankful because where I was before this happened, I was in a bad place. I just wasn't doing well at all. So this was nothing but a blessing to me right now. And I thank God for that. But then it's like you see, you know, like, you used to watch Viners or YouTubers, and it's like now that I was sucked into it, I had to do research. I had to and then I was already kind of funny, so I educated myself by watching movies like Jim Carrey. Go watch Jim Carrey or whoever I can think of. Will Smith. Watch Jamie Foxx shows, Martin Lawrence shows. Go back to watch the LL Cool J show. Anything I could think of to Family Matters. You know. French Prince of Bel-Air. Right. Go back and watch shows that give you ideas to come off of to make content, and that's the hardest thing for people to do is just continuously make content. But there's content everywhere, every day. Right now, I can do a content with the baby and make y'all laugh because I can just, I can see it in my head, but content's around us everywhere we look.
But you're branding your voice. I think that's the biggest thing that I was looking for, like the motivation for him to like, this is my distinctive voice and this is what I put out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that I think is more lasting than just seeing so much to where people can say, okay, what he's doing, that's different. You know what I mean? I'm going to continue to tap into that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What about you, Greg? What's that motivation? Like, what keeps you really thriving and going?
I mean, I started on a food truck and been blessed with 3 locations in the city, and quiet as it's kept, about to sign a lease on 2 more leases on 2 more locations. So, for me, I'm doing it for, my future, family and, my present family right now. I got a lot of people in my family that, that work with me. You know what I'm saying? So, my family is my motivation. Just anything that I can do to try to help, just where I'm at, man. So I just, every morning I wake up, no matter if I'm tired or not, it's like every decision that I make within the business, I consider them and, just kind of evaluate everything. I'm always thinking, got a million and one thoughts going through my head at all times, and it's always just turning to see what I can do, how I can create more content, just different things that I can do to grow the business, So that's what keeps me going, Recently, just I guess new things that's on the horizon. I brought my food truck from New Orleans out here, so we get a lot of people that come from California, that from LA or the Bay or whatever the case may be, and come and support the restaurant. So now I'm able to bring New Orleans out here. You know what I'm saying? And
I'll be around.
Yeah.
Where's it gonna be at next? Or what's this?
Well, this past weekend I was blessed. Yesterday, just to be able to cook for Shaquille O'Neal's son's birthday party. Shakira, man. So that was just a blessing all in itself. So it's just like that's the reason why. The truck got out here, so I'm in my mind. I only bought a one-way ticket from New Orleans out here, so I'm like, man, look, I know how much it cost me to ship that truck out here, man. I'm gonna be out here, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, man, I love LA. I tell anybody, man, I absolutely love this place. Last year I came here probably about 9 or 10 times. This year I done been here 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about this place, man. It's just a special place, man. So, I love being out here. Definitely interested in putting a Weedat out here. Got a lot of, working on franchise agreements right now because I got so many people that contact me about, putting the restaurant in other locations in the city. People that's, high influencers, high profile people, you know what I'm saying, that, want to invest, that want to bring it out this way. People that's from out here, so you know, I'm going with the flow, man. Letting God lead me wherever I need to be at. But you know,
I'm like, you would have to be here a lot more, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
One-way
mean,
ticket.
you know,
One-way ticket.
One-way
yeah.
ticket.
So I mean, you know, I done set the business up whereas, and I got the right people in place. I got a lot of general managers at each one of my locations, store managers at my locations that's been working with me, that I've been grooming. You know, I got my brother that's one of my store managers that's holding down, a dude that I kind of grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Another young lady that I gave opportunity to that just came in the door swinging, you know, doing what she needed to do, showing me this. You know, she got a degree. So, you know, it just, you know, I see things differently. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And, you know, it just so happened to happen whereas and these people are now put in place and, you know, the business runs even if I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, man, I feel like that happened for me to do what I really want to do, and that's to bring that truck out here, get on a truck, trap it out, you know what I'm saying, grind it out, you know, get these people, you know, what they want, you know, give them that good New Orleans food, you know, that authentic food, you know what I'm saying, them wings, man. I mean, like I said, man, you know, people, you know, it's getting crazy. Like, even when I be in L.A., people like, man, you the dude that on who that? They say who that? We that. You know what I'm saying? They say you the dude that on we that. You know, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, you know, they're like, yeah, man. We, you know, we done when we came to the city, we supported. You know, we followed Dan Rue. You know, your brother who, you know, always posting you. You know what I'm saying? A different other influencers that's from the city that's doing big things. You know, so you know, it's just, I don't know, man. You know. Like I said before, like I love it out here, and I definitely want to put, you know, a few locations out here. So, you know, I'm gonna go back to my roots, which is the truck. That's why I started. You know, from corporate America, they did the whole layoff thing. It didn't affect me, but it affected me. I'm like, man, I can't depend on nobody else, which is the reason why I got in the food truck game in the beginning. Right. So, and then from the food truck, the restaurants kind of manifest, and you know, I wouldn't never believe that life would be what it is for me now. You know, like Dan said earlier, you know, I done did things for Essence, been highlighted. It's all kind of stuff, man. And I'm just like, man, doing this and from food, man, I could just remember just waking up 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I used to work for Frito-Lay. 3-4 o'clock in the morning and go hop on the back of a truck. You know what I'm saying? Deliver chips. And it's just like to see where life, you know, just all of the struggles and stuff that I went through, you know, on the truck breaking down and catching on fire and just things going out on it, just from a business perspective, just like, and then to see you go through all of that, and then here it is, you know, years later, and bam, here we are, you know, and it's just like, and I said that to say that everything that you go through, everything you went through, everything you going through, it's for a reason, ain't nothing by accident. But the thing about it is that what you going through, you're supposed to learn from that. You ain't supposed to just, I tell people, man, if you still doing the same thing this time next year, you just fading away. You just going with the motions. Like, you must grow every day, and that's where I'm at. Like, I'm trying to grow every day. And people like, man, what you want? Like, what you want? I'm like, what you want to do with the business, man? I want to have a weed in every city across the country. That's what you mean. Like, it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? It will never be enough. Because I know where I come from.
Look,
you know
we
what
get
I'm
a
saying?
snap. I'm over here like, this is the closing remarks. Look.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, man, I just know where I come from. I know what I've been through. Ain't nothing in my life been handed to me. You know, I come from hard times.
That's real.
And it's just like, for me, I'm just a go-getter. Like, I go all day long. Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, my family is most important to me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I know the responsibility that's been placed on my shoulders, and I know where I used to be, and I thank God for where I'm at now. So, you know, we just going to keep this thing going, man. Keep on serving plates one plate at a time, giving people that flavor, man, treating people right, doing right by people. And when you do that in life, man, everything always come full circle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's
you know, I got so much love. I'm glad to be in L.A. I'm glad to be out here, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
We glad that you are here
Rest
in
in
the
peace.
building.
You know what I'm saying, man? Yeah, man. L.A. is it's a great place. So, no, we gonna get it.
Yeah. Well, oh no, go ahead. I was just gonna say even from that. Go ahead. I don't want to.
I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know how it is up in the Bay, but I know out here, like a lot of people from Louisiana and New Orleans, they migrated out.
Of
like
course.
My whole, my mother's whole side of the family, they're all from Louisiana.
Man, L.A. to L.A., brother.
Exactly.
L.A. to L.A., brother.
Yeah.
Let's get Anthony
Come
Davis.
on.
You know what I mean?
Hey, that's my dog, man. Man, look, that's my partner. That's my partner, man. I got a lot of love and respect for AD. You know what I'm saying? You going AD Pate, man. AD been supporting me since I was on the food truck. So everything that's going on or whatever, I support that brother 110%. That man been in New Orleans for 7 years.
Yes.
Gave us what we needed. You know, I got a sponsorship with the Pelicans. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just
Talk that talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's just real. I mean, it's real. You know, I got a partnership with him, and now I just respect the game. Like, man, look, I told him, man, brother, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? You gave us what you gave us. You know what I'm saying? Life happened. Life goes on. So it's just, you know, it's up from here. So, you know, wherever he land at, you know what I'm saying? Blessings to him, his mom, his daddy, his sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love all of them. Chef Will Jones, that's his personal chef who, you know, I haven't said anything, but I got my own seasoning line, which is in probably about 140 grocery stores. And I teamed up with his personal chef to create that. So, man, I don't care nothing about all that hype people talking about AD leaving. Man, AD gave New Orleans everything he had. So support and love to my brother, man. So
Salute.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's amazing.
Well,
So we're going to just get into the
yeah.
closing thoughts. I feel like, Greg, look, you done topped it all up. So just anybody that wants to, you know, start, I just say even just being in this room today, just listening to, it's the journey. It's the process. And for me, I'm learning to trust it, trust the process and the timing of a thing, you know. And I just think my motivation is just, at the end of the day, I want to be empty, giving it all out. Whatever I'm called to do, purpose, all that. I just, look, that's my light to this world.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to go at it around, you know, anybody. Throw out your final thoughts, your why, you know, what's the next thing, and
Well, for
closing
me,
it out. Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm the youngest in this room, and I just take everything in that you said, especially that you said and Charles. Oh yeah,
She
she's the
actually
youngest.
is
She's
the
definitely the youngest. But like especially you say you have to do multiple things, and I'm like right now I'm honestly working on my own projects, and I'm like, and it's just like I think I'm still trying to find out why, because I haven't completely found it yet, but I'm happy where I'm going. Thanks to you guys, especially hearing you guys today. So it's like refreshing.
Keep on going, little brother.
Anybody else?
Dan, leave us with a
word.
word or something.
What y'all want to know? Shit,
What
I'm tell y'all whatever
It's
y'all
all-
want to
it's
hear.
on everything.
Hey, just
Nah,
leave
man.
it. Yeah, just,
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. God is good, and if you, for me, you know, from where I'm from, raised from, keep God first.
Yes.
And through everything through Him is possible. And I believe
Yes.
that everything happens for a reason. And I believe that God has a plan for those reasons.
Indeed.
And I feel like if you try to be successful, you actually try. I'm not saying sit in your bed all day or contemplate. You actually try to make stuff happen. I believe that a path will open up for you, and you'll succeed in life. So
great.
Like, I done gave it all.
Man, just I tell everybody, man, just stay prayed up. Just don't never let nobody deter you away from what it is that you believe in, no matter what that is. You know what I'm saying? So don't never let nobody tell you that your idea, your dream is stupid or whatever. Man, it was people that told me, man, not to quit corporate America, man, and don't buy my food truck. And if I would have listened to them, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all beautiful people. So, you know what I'm saying? You just got to keep on going. You got to understand that things going to happen, and is happening for exact reason, the way it's supposed to, because it's preparing you for whatever that next level is that you're going to. You know what I'm saying? So just got to stay at it. You got to stay positive. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay prayed up, most importantly. You just can't fall into the negativity. You know what I'm saying? You got to close out all the BS. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just keep it moving. So, you know.
Amen.
I'm going to say, hey, appreciate y'all brothers. Y'all young entrepreneurs. I want to know who grew the beard first, but that's a whole nother topic for another day right now. Like Dan is saying, rock, paper, scissors. No.
About the same time, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I just say I appreciate y'all pulling up. I want to continue to hear y'all about your journey and support y'all any way we can. And whatever y'all got going on, just feel free, tune in and tap in with this Good News Radio. That's what we're really about, is just really spreading positivity.
Yeah, this fire right here, brother.
And just use this as a platform. And yeah, man, Dan, I've been seeing, you're not your whole journey, but I've seen a portion of it, and it's been beautiful to see, like, just steps and steps and steps and more steps. And I know that there's a lot more to come, but it's good to see people's journey. And appreciate everybody that came through today. Linda, appreciate you, pulling up on us, and
the GOAT.
Yeah, we'll just continue this combo, and R.I.P. Nip.
R.I.P. Nip.
Akila.
I was like, you just gonna not let me say nothing? I'm like, can you hear me? I can't
we
hear
can hear you
myself.
very
okay.
clear.
I do want to thank the two of you, Dan Rue. I want to thank you, Greg Tillery, for coming. I feel like you guys are two upstanding young brothers here, and I pray that your wives are in the midst on the way and coming, and I'm putting it out
soon.
there and manifesting it
Right.
in the atmosphere. But no, I really think it's awesome when people are working hard and they're positive about what they're doing, but also being like authentic and real. You know what I mean? Because everybody's situation doesn't come easy, but just knowing that like you're on the journey and you're not giving up and you're continuing to press forward, like that's the best part about it, I think, and that's where you get the reward in the end. And I know you had mentioned the 33 thing, which is something I had always thought about, and it was just something I had talked about with friends, even just before with Nipsey Hussle, and it was just kind of like, when you think about, for those who do believe, when you think about like the life of Jesus, like, there was a death and there was a resurrection. So when you think about like that year of 33, those who have passed it, Charles, if you think back to 33.
I was trying to figure out. That was a joke.
Then you think about that year, because I'm 33 now, so
I'm not there yet.
it's a lot that has
36.
happened in my life, just even this year. And I know there was death of things, not physical death, but death of certain things, and then there's new life. I gave birth to my daughter, like different things. So it's like when you think about it on a spiritual level, it's a prophetic year, 33.
Prophetic.
So just shout out to Nipsey and his family and friends and people. But just think about that. So if those who passed 33, or if you're in 33 or 33 is coming, it's something to look forward to, but not nothing to be afraid of.
Right.
Wait for Monday, though. Ready to get Monday going.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We out.
All right.
Peace. I don't know why I did.